Good morning. Happy Friday, everybody, and welcome to the Tri-State Traffic Show. Don here, your traffic jockey in the traffic center for a Friday morning. It looks like finally the rain is shut off. Boy, yesterday was a real washout, wasn't it? Oh my gosh, just kept raining, and it just kind of picked up in intensity even last night. So looks like that is out of the way. Again, John is off for today, so we will be heading to the National Weather Service for a look at the forecast. We'll be going for about the next hour, about 8:35 or so. 60 minutes here this morning. There is no New Jersey morning show for this morning, so even if we go a little longer than that, we certainly can do so. But as we get into the weekends, and I think people are getting used to these warmer temperatures, I think a lot of our friends are using some personal time off, the old PTO, right? And then getting out and enjoying the weekend. So Friday's traffic seems to be a little bit lighter, and also the work from home situation too. No question about that. I think a lot of folks are taking Thursdays and Fridays and using that as the work from home deal. So that is probably some good news for most, right? Let's see here. Alexandra. Whoa, I just had you. Hold on. Alexandra, good morning. Welcome. Yeah, the counter here on my side, I think, is wrong as far as how many people it's telling me they're watching, because you posted the comment and it said that there was no one. It didn't give me a count at all. So it seems to be a little behind here, which is a little troubling. I kind of like the idea of knowing, about the ballpark of where we're at. Anyway, and speaking of where we're at, we are live on Facebook and YouTube this morning, so we welcome you to join us, as Alexandra has as well. Again, at 7:45, we'll take a quick check of the weather if I can find it. It was having some trouble with the website a little while ago, and then we will do the a Behr Buzz. I think this sounds great. The Behr Buzz at 7:45, and then again we'll do it again at we'll do it again. I can't even talk straight. Oh, boy, it was a struggle to get up. Not gonna lie to you there. At 8:15, we'll do the second Behr Buzz for the week. So stay tuned for that. Let me know in the comments how you like the Behr Buzz. I think it's just something different, some entertainment we're gonna throw into this as well. So we're kind of becoming a full service YouTube channel, right? Traffic, weather, sports, and now entertainment. So tell me what you think. All right, let's do this. Let's bring in our maps, shall we? Off of me because I look a mess. And we have to change the banners. Yes, take the banners off. We will bring in all four of our sponsors and our little bug. So right out of the gate, we're going to start in New Jersey, and we've got some big trouble here on 22 in between Springfield, right in the Springfield Mountainside border, westbound at Mountain Avenue. Everything is shut. So the last update was 10 minutes ago. Now, whether that was because when it happened or it's either when it happened or that was the last update. George Washington Bridge, upper level in Manhattan, we've got 2 lanes shut. 42 the shoulders out of Coles Road, and the Turnpike truck lanes northbound of 9 has an accident. Fortunately, there are no cameras there in Springfield along Route 22, but we can certainly dial it in and see what the delay is. This is actually out by the Outback Steakhouse. And just west of Springfield Avenue. It used to be a Holiday Inn, but now it's a Hilton Garden Inn. So it's literally right here. The JMK BMW Springfield is there. The Mountainside AMC is here. It's like the Mountainside border cuts right through, right in here somewhere. So you're being forced over to. So it looks like it may be on. It's not like a flyover ramp, but it kind of is because it goes over Mountain Avenue, coming off the eastbound side, the exit there. So it may be up on here, and then what they're doing is they're allowing traffic to come off of Mountain Avenue, and I think there looks like there you can make this jug handle, and then come around come around and come back in. So as you'll see it here with the flyover, see the overpass. I wouldn't be surprised the accident is on the overpass here. Okay, sorry about that. Yeah, this cough sometimes just kicks in and you can't stop it. Anyway, looks like you're being diverted off here at Mountain Avenue. Like I said, if you come down through here, see, get back on 22 through the jug handle, and then just reconnect with Route 22. So that's my thinking is that if it was west of here, if it was shut over on this side, they wouldn't allow any traffic coming off of Mountain Avenue. And I don't think that's the case. I think it's right on that overpass here this morning. That's what we're dealing with. Wow, I got the deep bass voice here. Let's see. We got a couple comments here. Whoa. Alexander says it's amazing to see how much this channel has grown. Yeah, thank you. It has, yeah. We're just trying to, I'm just trying to see what kind of sticks. It's we've had some really good views over the last 3 or 4 shows, and I'm still trying to figure out why. What's going on with that, and I can't really tell why, other than the metrics tell me, and it doesn't really give me too much information. We're too small of a channel at this point. But yeah, thank you, Alexandra. If you have anybody has any suggestions, if you have any suggestions, certainly let me know, and we'll see what we can do. What I'd like to do is try to get some guest hosts now, coming on for a half hour or something like that, just to see if maybe that'll spark some conversation and so forth. But we'll see how that goes. Anna says, Buenos dias. Good morning to you. Let's see here. Major road closures in Homedale today, sadly, due to a few just to avoid this area this morning and afternoon. Do you know, Anna, what roads they are? If you can put it into the chat, and I'll put it up. I didn't hear anything, but I honestly haven't looked at the news today, or maybe it was from yesterday that they put that out. But so that's really the outlier on North Jersey westbound 22. Again, friends, you can see volume is slightly lighter here. North into 140 is a little bit heavy. Both ways to 280 at the Stickle, and then getting through Bloomfield is busy. Both ways of 46 Route 3. What else is new there? Same thing. Actually, I think this is some sun glare, which is good to see, going east on 80, east of Route 19. 208 going south of Glen Rock, Hawthorne, and Fairlawn is busy. And then 17 in either direction coming into Rochelle Park. We are also busy now. 80 both ways into 287 is going to be a solid ride. Let's see what else we have. Both ways of 24 is busy here. Out by the mall at Short Hills. Call it the Short Hills Mall. The Turnpike is actually looking really good. So you're lighter than normal volume as you come in towards the Bay Extension at 14. 7822, 206, Route 15, 80. Northwest Jersey, 159423. We are looking good through Sussex, all the way up into High Point State Park. Let's go here now to 287 going south. That's going to be a little sun glare hitting in the eyes, getting out to exit 4. And then 18 north into Piscataway to 287 is busy. 287 south is a little heavy here at exit 12. Parkway across the Driscoll Bridge, that's going to be busy. 1879, 35. That all looks good. Route 1 really tuned up here. Well, it was getting into Washington Road. And Route 1 again seems to be a little bit busy here. I'm sorry, this is 206? Yeah, 206, a little busy into Lawrence Township Parkway, 295, 55, 42. That's going to be a clean ride. 5542, I should say, is not that great. What am I talking about? 295, the Turnpike is good. 322.47. We're also going to be in good shape, and 347 Route 9 in the Parkway is moving along very nicely. All right. Do one thing here, friends. I'm going to do something. One moment. I'm going to go on the outlier and hold on one second. Okay, hits away. Let's see what we got. Oops. Take this out. And yeah, Anna or Alexandra, if you ever want to join me here on the broadcast, just tell me and I'll send you the link and you can, it's like a Zoom call basically. And you could use your phone. Feel like coming on. Okay, so Anna says here, let's see, Homedale police posted in detail on Instagram and Facebook, mostly along Homedale Road. Okay, the closures are mostly in Homedale Road between Hillcrest and Highway and Route 34. Okay, let's see if we can find that here on the map. And Hillcrest and 34. So here's 34. Homedale Road is here. Okay. Hillcrest and 34. I think I'm going the wrong way, right, Anna? Um, Shank Road. Give me 1 second. Check this. Hold on. Let's see. Okay, sorry about that. Anna says go up. All right. There's Homedale Road. Is it because of the funeral home? Is that where the service is? You said I was in home Hillcrest in 34. I guess I should just type in Hillcrest, right? And it would be easier. On edge. See how close I was or wasn't. Oh, where is it? I just lost it. What happened? Oh, it's all the way over there. Oh, because it's probably the church, right? Here's Hillcrest here. There's Route 4. Route 4. Wow, another state county Route 4. What is that? What road is that? Homedale Road? Hmm. That's interesting. There's Hillcrest and Homedale Road. Okay, I see. All right, I think I'm in the right spot, right? I think I'm fairly close, no? It's basically this section here, avoid Homedale Road here. Here is Hillcrest Road. So just west of the Parkway, we'll put it at this point for our friends here in Monmouth County to look out for. Okay, so let's do this. 18 seems to be a little backed up there into Edgeboro Road, but when is that like never an issue? Let's do the Hudson River crossings because George has got that accident. Oh, 7:52. We completely trouble. Hour and a half for the George, a half hour for the lower, 15 to 20 at the Lincoln, about 15 at the Holland. Oh no, processing our request. Done. National Weather Service. Finished. That's the radar. Radar O'Reilly. Let's go to. All right, the whole timeline got skewed. I feel like we're in the alternate 1985 here. All of a sudden, what happened? Doing well. Just lost track of time. Oh my. Let's look under the apartments here. Nothing there. It's got to be coming off the George. No, yeah, it's got to be coming. It's got to be underneath here. Got to be just as you exit underneath the apartments because this is fine. This should be heavier than what it is. Dial that in. Be dialing. Be dialing. Yes, that's right here, just as you come into the Harlem River Drive. So, yeah, bad. Great. Look at this Deegan. Look at this Major Deegan. What a horror show. Connor says, good morning. Good morning, sir. 18's a little busy there, bud, by Edgeboro. Look at this mess. Holy cow. This is like one of the first times I think I've been in this camera when the weather has been good or hasn't been dark and it's not raining. Wow. I don't know. I'd love to see what the final plans are going to be for this, what this is going to look like. This is nuts. All right. So let's get back to the situation at hand, ladies and gentlemen. Ladies and gentlemen. So we have at least a 90-minute wait at the upper level to the George because of the accident. Connor says, not shocked as always from Route 18. Yeah. All right. I don't know how much weather I can really show you other than the radar we've dried out, which is good. and we should be dry for to at least Sunday. This weather was working. I'm sorry. I gotta uh, find your local weather. Let's see. This whole website is down. It doesn't make any sense. Well, yeah, it could be not available. Hmm. All right. I Bildel. Hmm. Looks like the New York office is offline in some capacity. So try. Okay, that's not working now. Huh. Interesting. Why is data not available? That's a good question. Huh. Trying to figure out. Give me a temperature map or something here. Give me something. Holy cow. I just want a temperature map. Ah. It can't be reached. Uh-oh. Maybe someone hacked into the weather. Google. I can't spell. See if it works. WPC. I was close, but no avail. All right, so this is the Weather Prediction Center. I think this is about the best that we're going to get. Connor says, also, I could be wrong, but Holland Tunnel will close until 2025. It will. He says, thinks if you're traveling out to New York City, it's actually from New York City back to New Jersey. And yes, that is going to be taking place on starting February 5th at 11 p.m. And it's going to be 6 nights a week. Or we'll bring it up in the press release later. Uh, Repairs from Superstorm Sandy. So yeah, going to be a mess, a big mess. Um, let's see here now. How do I do this? I don't even know what I'm doing. It's 8 o'clock here in the tri-state area, the great East Coast of the United States of America. Thanks for joining us here on Facebook and YouTube. We're going to go till about 8:30, 8:45 or so, give or take. We still have to do the Behr Buzz, and that's what I was doing. I was emailing Kristina to see if she had 2 seconds to come on real quick, talk about it. If not, we'll try to get her for next week. So we're gonna try to figure out this weather piece here, and then we're gonna go to the city in Long Island. What's happening there? Um, Forecast tools. Nice if I could actually do it. This is bizarre. All right, so we can kind of maybe dial in something here. So the forecast for today, temps are going to be into the 40s. It's a little breezy out there. I can feel have the window open here, a crack, and I can feel a little bit of the breeze here. It's 41 degrees here in central Jersey. Today we should be drying out, which is good news from all the rain from yesterday. Tomorrow is the same thing. We should be a little cooler, probably like look. I think what John had said earlier in the week on Wednesday, I believe he was saying that the high temps for tomorrow will be maybe about 40, 41, kind of what it was yesterday, but it's going to be dry. So that's good news for the Giants game. But then Sunday is the interesting piece of this is really Sunday night into Monday morning. We're going to get some more precip. Now that northwest corner of, let's say, New Jersey, Hudson Valley, could see maybe a little wintry precip. We're not looking at a dumping of snow in any capacity, but the yeah, so it could be a little bit slick up through the Hudson Valley, northwestern Connecticut. You know, mixed precip as they call it for the next 3 days. So I think that's about all I can kind of give you. This brings us definitely all scientific and whether inside baseball language. Trying to find the outlook for the next like long range models for temperatures to see where we're at because I have a feeling come that first week of February, I'm feeling that it's going to be a lot colder than what it is now. I don't know how to do it. Not available. It's not available. Oh, let's do this. I don't know why I'm so fixated on this, but 14 looks climate prediction center. So there's a difference in the climate prediction and the weather prediction. Blah 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 blah. Ah. All right. So frankly, it's a little tough to see, but the 8 to 14 day temperature outlook for us here in the Northeast up until February 2nd. Um, we're looking at pretty much near normal temperatures. It's this has got me a little concerned with the below average temps. We know that that's going to be populating going to the east. Yeah, look at that. You can click on it. How fun is that? Near normals, right in the grayscale. So, yeah. Take a look at the precip now. 8 to 14 day up until the first February 2nd. That would be that Thursday. So near normal. Nothing out of the ordinary as far as precip. So I think we're good right to the end of the month. Um, and then I'm just looking in the green room here, see if Kristina is going to jump in. I thought there was a longer range one that they had that would go into mid February, but I don't think so. So this is valid from this was issued yesterday. So, we could get some of these below normal temperatures, but again, below normal for February. I don't know what the normal is. Probably is into the low 30s of some type. So we could be looking at some chillier weather inbound into that first full week of February into the second week, first 2 weeks of February. So, well, really, probably the second week of February and into the middle of the month, but we'll see. But, and again, there possible we get precip. So anyway, I wish I could show you some temperatures or something, but I got nothing. I got nothing. So let's go to the city now. And wrong one. Let's dial this in. See what our incidents are. Major Deegan South just past the Cross Bronx. That's why that is dialed out. And this is all this incident stuff for the state of the city. Okay. So that's why we're getting kicked in the shorts here. With that, let's go back to the cameras. Let me see what this looks like here. Now, this is all banged out here. I get a feeling that the accident underneath the apartments is gone. I feel like something else is up here. Just volume. Okay. So now we're going to connect the dots. So let's go back and give a refresh. It's probably 87, about 90 minutes still. The upper, about an hour for the lower, 15 at the Lincoln, 15 at the Holland Tunnel. So since we're here in the Bronx, let's just widen things up a little bit. Again, Deegan South looks like there may be an accident here out by 230th. Let's see what this is. Heath. Southbound moving away. That doesn't look terrible. 225. That's okay. That is all right. Van Cortlandt Park. That is okay. Very interesting. I don't know what the heck is going on there. Oh, going the wrong way. Oh, I'm sorry. It's just tuning out here for a second. West of the Cross Bronx, looks like we may have a crash there out of the interchange. Southbound Bruckner is heavy here. Getting onto the elevated section, and then our normal delay north on the Bruckner extension into Pelham Parkway. Upper East River crossings are good. West on the Grand Central is heavy here at LaGuardia. North on the BQE is heavy into the Grand Central. Southbound Harlem River Drive heavy at the RFK into the FDR. Lots of acronyms. Northbound on the FDR is heavy into the 90s. The Edcotch is about 10 minutes, about 10 to 10 minutes or so here at the Midtown Tunnel. Southbound BQE is heavy. Normal spots, LIE down to Williamsburg. This Gowanus is just a catastrophe here. Fort Hamilton Parkway through Industry City into the BQE. Looks like the Battery Park underpass may have something there. So let's. Whoa, no, no, no. That's the Manhattan bound. No, Queens bound entrance to the Brooklyn Battery Tunnel. Something happened in the tunnel. Let's see. So they're saying the Battery Park underpass, but I don't dial it in again. Nope, going wrong. Oh, this mouse. Let me get that wrong. Battery tunnel. Battery Park underpass that looks good coming out on the Manhattan on the opposite side. That's in the thing. Battery Park underpass there. I don't see anything. No, I don't see anything. I do not see anything. Okay, so let's come off of this now. 8:13 is our time. We've already done all liquid lips here. Let's go back to Staten Island. Um, Staten Island is good. Coming off the Verrazano, east on the Belt is heavy at Bay 8th. West into Ocean Parkway is busy. West on the Belt is heavy here at Kennedy. Both ways of the Van Wyck at Hillside is heavy. Both ways of the LIE is heavy here at the Fairgrounds. Cross Island going north on up into the Grand Central, coming up towards Hempstead Turnpike, Jericho Turnpike, Hillside Avenue. That is all continuing to be busy. Let's go to Long Island because there's something going on in two spots. I believe it's going to be on the LIE, Northern State. New Hyde, 2 lanes are out. Lakeville Center Lane is out, broken, and 27 Netquat Road. So we have to go here to our friends at the state for our cameras. First, we're going to start with this. I don't know what's happening onto the Parkway. Looks really busy both ways. I don't know if that's through the construction, the reason why, or maybe what this is here. Maybe been some sort of an accident at the Northern State. Nothing reported. Okay. I digress. Let's go here. There's your accident on Sunrise Highway. That is going to the eastbound direction, if I'm not mistaken. And it is Carlton Avenue, Connecticut Road. Connecticut. Just like saying that. Right lane is out, so look for that. Okay. And then we got to go to the northern state. Bob here. So let's zoom in. Show you first the crash here. Well, can't really see it at Lakeville. Let's see what this is. That's at Shelter Rock. SRR. Aha. Form is good. You're good, you. You're good. That's the center lane job. That's the center lane disabled there. That's this here, the New Hyde Park Road deal. Different spot. Guess maybe that was cleared. But let's run the videotape, as Warner Wolf would say. Let's go to the videotape. I think that's gone. I think that's why the camera was zoomed in. I bet you any money it was right in here. Bet you any money, dollars to donuts, that's where that was. Okay, so you can see that it's heavy here into Lakefield Road. LIE picking up some more alternate volume as those VMS signs are in operation here to the east, which they should be, and doing their job. North on the Meadowbrook looks a little congested here as you get into or the mall, Park Boulevard. Both ways of the southern, a little heavy Wonton to the Meadowbrook, then again through Peninsula Boulevard, west into 110 is busy. LIE is heavy at Deer Park Avenue. Again, this side goes up to the northern state. I think there's that accident. I think we saw that with the wrecker spun in the opposite direction per se. Here's the eastbound accident here out by Carlton Avenue. The rest of Suffolk County is good. Little congestion, Southampton, Watermill, Bridgehampton, East Hampton, things are fine. All right, so I want to go back to, I know it's off for a half an hour, but let's bring in Kristina. Again, for those who may not know, Kristina and I have been very good friends for a long, long time. And you know that we worked at News 12 New Jersey, you're on the morning show, and we're now working together again for MeTV, as well as the New Jersey Morning Show on Facebook and YouTube. So she is now doing these entertainment reports on her Instagram. So follow her at Kristina Behr. Do a search in Instagram, you'll find it. Really fun stuff. And I thought that I would help give a little promotion for her for her new venture here and maybe make it kind of a semi-regular feature for the broadcast. So again, this is going to be the Behr Buzz. Sit back and enjoy.
Actor Simon Pegg joins the wizarding world of Harry Potter. The Mission Impossible star is taking on the role of Phineas Nigellus Black, the great-great-grandfather of Sirius Black in the Hogwarts Legacy video game.
We saw Phineas in the books and in the films. He was a portrait in Dumbledore's office, but this is at a time when he was actually actively the headmaster.
It had already been announced that Hogwarts Legacy will take place during the 1800s. The game launches worldwide February 10th.
Fun stuff there. Thank you, Kristina. Yeah, Simon Pegg from Mission Impossible. He's also from Star Trek. He played Scotty. Really talented guy and real talented writer as well. I think he wrote parts of Star Trek, if I'm not mistaken. Pardon me, the stupid water bottle is broken. So put that down on the floor so we don't electrocute ourselves. So that's the Behr Buzz. Wait a minute, I have a second one here, so let's do a double feature of the Behr Buzz.
Madonna fans have a whole lot to celebrate. The pop icon not only announced her 2023 celebration tour,
4 decades of music avec moi,
but she was also unveiled as the cover star for 3 different versions of Vanity Fair. Madonna's celebration tour kicks off July 15th in Vancouver, hitting 35 cities.
All right, so there you go. We got a double shot of the Behr Buzz. Let me know in the comments and let me know here in the chat live. How you like that? I think it's great. It does a really nice job. So hopefully that will become a semi-regular feature. Let's go to Connecticut now, and I'm not seeing anything as far as incidents are concerned. And so- getting back to me. Busy. So let's see here now. 5. Yeah, there's really nothing. Not a whole lot of action here. Bridgeport, we're gonna go. This is really good. Again, I think the work from home is where we're dialed in here. Just in Stanford, 9 over to 6, and then the Merritt Parkway, little light congestion. What is that going to be out to about exit 36 or so? Let's see here. Yeah, out to exit 36. So, yeah, really not a whole lot of action going on. So let's dial in the Hudson Valley now. 218, Route 22, north on 22, Route 9, crash with injuries at Senasqua Road, 32 in Plattekill. Okay. Let's see now. Let's go back to the maps. And a little bit of volume here east along 287, just before you get to White Plains. The rest of the Hudson Valley looks good. Hutch, New England Thruway, Bronx River Parkway, Sprains, Sawmill, Thruway. Cross County, a little dialed out here both ways out by the Hutch, but that is just kind of normal par for the course. Tappan Zee Bridge, that looks pretty good. Let's go to Rockland County, the Thruway, 202, 17. That's moving along well. 84 Route 6, that's fine. Over to the Beacon Bridge, Fishkill. Again, all going to be in good shape, even on 84 as you get out to Brewster. 684, that looks good. 22 Katona, Bedford Hills. 684 down into White Plains. We are fine. Okay, so let's go to transit now. Jersey Transit, only one little blip. 7:58 arrival in Hoboken, 15 minutes late. Let's go to Path. Path site will work. This site takes forever to load. Harrison northbound station elevator is back in service. Okay, that is good. Go to the MTA. Some reroutes on the A and the D, delays on the C and the B. Southbound AD trains are running delays while we investigate a signal problem. So that's dialing out the A, B, C, and D lines. Go to the rails here. Long Island Railroad, Metro North, on or close. Let's bring in SEPTA. Definitely a breeze coming through it. I feel the window is like just barely cracked open, and it's just nothing on SEPTA, so that's good news. Let's bring in the Hudson River crossings again. Let's see what we've got. Still 90 minutes at the upper, about 40 for the lower, 10 to 15 at the Lincoln and Holland. So that is the place to be. It's just radar that's really tuning me up here. Close out of SEPTA as well. SEPTA. Go back to New Jersey now and see what else we've got cooking. Northbound Parkway in Cranford, 137. It's off to the shoulder. Northbound Parkway, 2 lanes are shut. Ooh. Still westbound 22 shut between Springfield and Mountainside at Mountain Avenue. And broken down tractor trailer, express lanes north at 69 for 80. So Pike. Let's go to the Parkway first. North of 144. And there she is. There she is, Jim. Right. They just had the camera zoomed in, and now, trust me, I've operated many of these cameras, these kinds of cameras before, and they can be so temperamental. It is crazy. You know, it is because these cameras are out in the elements and whatever, and they just dial out. Literally, in the early days, it was a dial-up modem. It looks like we have a secondary problem there too. Oh, that's what they're looking for. Okay, nice job, Goody. Friend there, Goody from the Turnpike Authority. Too bad before they made the changes to News 12, I was in talks to go over and take a look at the operation, which would have been a lot of fun. It looks like the Mercedes is broken down there in some capacity. It doesn't look like it's a crash. It looks like somebody broke down just before the accident scene. So now we're really getting banged here through the Union tolls. We'll go to the maps in a second, but I just want to hang with this camera for a moment in case they go back to, well, we'll leave that up. Let's bring this in now. So now this just went down the toilet right here. We're back to 78. This is going to grow back into the construction here momentarily. Absolutely momentarily. Because that's a secondary problem there that they don't know about. Well, they do now because our friends at the Turnpike Authority are now alerting authorities that there's this broken down late model Mercedes here. The hazards on. So, I'm not sure, maybe a flat tire of some capacity, or let's see here now. Come on, guys, move that camera around. Good shot. Ice, take the shot. Doesn't get any better than this. There we go. Widen out just before the pedestrian overpass. There we go. There we go. Come on. Keep going. Widen up. Go wide right. Keep going. Yeah, there you go. Now zoom in. Zoom with that camera. Zoom, cameraman. Zoom. Let's go. Camera person, I should say. Can't say cameraman anymore. There we go. Wow. Ooh. That's a pretty big wreck there, those two vehicles. SUV and some other, looks like sedan of some type, probably looking all to bang out for 280 and getting clipped. So let's set the stage of where we are. That's the northbound Parkway at just before 145 and 280. We're in Irvington by closer to 144. Just north of actually the exit. The exit is off to the far right, in fact. That's where this camera is located. But we got two vehicles here involved with that SUV, that white, I can't tell what kind of car that is. And then we have a secondary problem with the left lane shut just before this with a broken down Mercedes in the left lane. Doesn't look like it's a crash. Looks like it's just a stall or some kind of disabled vehicle of some capacity. So hopefully everyone's okay with this collision. But those two vehicles, this could be at least another half hour. I mean, you still have to get the wrecker out there to get both flatbed to get the vehicles out of the way, and just trying to get here is going to be the problem. Secondary problems there with the left lane shut with that broken down vehicle. Oh, excuse me. I'm going to sneeze. So that's what we're dealing with here. Let me go back out of this. Let's go back to the maps. Let's go back to the incidents. Let's see if they have it here. Yes, they do. So they radio that in. North at Irvington 144. Northbound north of 144. Almost the same, like I said, same location. this is coming back to New Jersey at the George. Debris in the turnpike truck lane south in the vicinity of 13A. Got debris there. Let's just briefly spin over there. Let's take a look at that. I don't believe that we're able to see that. Camera's been out forever. But you can see, weather and traffic go together. We're seeing some clearing skies and some sun. Finally getting some sun. Neighbor downstairs is making coffee because that smells really good, quite frankly. I don't drink coffee, but it's like the aroma of being in a coffee shop. So there's our collision. Back to the tower in 78. Well, they got the camera going the other way. So north is on the left there. This is not really going to show you much. Here's the southbound rubberneckers getting into that from 147, really 145. That's a decent wreck there. Not going to lie to you that. So again, hopefully everyone is okay with this collision. I'm going to say that this is probably going to go right to 9 a.m. 9 a.m. So we'll leave that up here. We will talk to you about our sponsors because I want to just leave it on this camera here for right now. We're sponsored by The Shaved Cave, 1471 Ratton Road in Clark, 908-325-6283. That's on Raritan Road, conveniently located off the Parkway at 135, 136. Definitely thank them for sponsoring the Tri-State Traffic Show. Also, our friend Ralph up there in Cranford, 22 North Avenue West in Cranford Vanilla Bean Creamery, CranfordVanillaBeanCreamery.com. I'm not going to say the phone number because he's not there. He's still on his winter break. We thank Ralph. We love Ralph. And can't wait till he comes back on March the 3rd. Also sponsored by Travels with Darley, PBS Create, Amazon Prime, Wondrum, Innovation TV's Journey. Go to her website, darley-newman.com for more information. As season 10, episode 3 will be airing this weekend on Sunday at 2:30 on New Jersey PBS. So definitely dial that in. Please do so. And watch. Let the boy watch. Anybody can tell me what movie that's from, or TV show, really. And also by Maxim Motor Cars, 303 West Clinton Street, in Dover, New Jersey, 973-620-9060. 973-620-9060 is the phone number. MaximMotorCarsLLC.com. Give Nick or Anthony a call for a quality used vehicle. Again, he's got a very small shop, has just a couple of vehicles there. So definitely give him a call. Check out the website, peruse the website, as they say, to see what, here comes the ambulance now. So this may not be good news here. Again, MaximMotorCarsLLC.com. And again, Travels with darley-newman.com. All right. Sponsors taken care of here for the morning. We're just going to hang with this camera. Let's just set the stage of where we are. That's the northbound Parkway getting into 145 for Route 280. We've got a collision here, 2 vehicles involved. Again, we have the ambulance now just arriving on scene. There's also a broken down vehicle taking out the left lane just before this area as well. Just before this area, kind of putting the wrench into the works here as well. So, again, we hope everyone is okay with this collision. Just hang here for another couple moments. As, again, you're watching the Tri-State Traffic Show, Facebook and YouTube. You know what, friends? We'll just go to 9 o'clock because I want to just keep tabs on this, I should say. Of our situation. assuming that those folks there by the ambulance, as you see by the state trooper, the Dodge Durango there, the vehicle, they are the individuals involved in the crash. So they're coming out of the crash on their own power, as they would say, like on football. He's coming off the field on his own power. But so hopefully to me, it looks like maybe just some very minor injuries, if any. It looks like there's a baby or a child there as well. Oh goodness. Hopefully the babies are all right. Looks like the state trooper lending a hand there. Let's see. Connor says, just arrived at Middlesex College. There's police activity on the intersection of Mill Road and College Drive East. Okay. Thank you for that, sir. Actually, it looks like they're going in the ambulance. Looks like they're going to go for a ride. Huh. Maybe just close the door because it's a little cold. Like I said, the tow truck, wrecker, whatever you want to call it, flatbed, however you want to talk about it, has not arrived yet. So I believe the orange vehicles, the red vehicles there, I believe those are Parkway. They may be Parkway construction vehicles, but I'm not sure. Some capacity. I feel like we're losing transmission here from Irvington. The picture kind of comes in and out with the transmission rate. Computer. Well, everything is my computer. This little thing is really fired up. So I think I'm really leaning towards the Mac Pro M2, Mac Mini M2 Pro. I think that's kind of where the space I'm leaning towards, because it'll fit. I can plug and play and fit it right in here. I think that should take care of our streaming issues and the video camera issues. And I mean, if it can do like 8 streams of 4K video to edit with, I think it can handle a 720 at 1080p camera. At least I hope so. Hey, we're going to zoom with the cameraman. Zoom with the camera. There we go. Now he's going all the way in. Come on, a little closer. Let's see what we can see. To me, it looks like maybe a blue car. Maybe it looks like maybe a RAV4 or something, and like a Jetta. So again, this is going to be the northbound Parkway just before 145, about a half mile, 3/4 of a mile. Oh, there we go. We got a little clearer image. Or maybe that's a Honda CRV. That probably, I think, what the blue vehicle is in my mouse in here screen. Yeah, right in here. That looks like the CRV. This looks like the Jetta. I don't think this other vehicle here is involved. I think they just pulled over to stop. So let's see if this vehicle here at the bottom is our Parkway Authority help. Again, friends, we saw 2 people come out and get into the ambulance. basically on their own power. It looked like there was a young child that was being put into the ambulance as well. Um, yeah, I mean, we still haven't got the. I'm kind of thinking that the two folks that are in the ambulance maybe were in this vehicle here, and this is the driver of this blue SUV. We'll go Honda CRV for argument's sake. And he's kind of just sticking with the vehicle here at this point. But hopefully, the biggest take that you take away, the biggest thing you take away from this is that everyone's all right. That's the most important thing. Who cares about the traffic behind it, or cares about whatever? But there's another vehicle there. That is. Thank our friends of the Turnpike Authority for the cameras here this morning. Closing up the ambulance. That's closed, but nobody came out. Here comes the second ambulance now. This is turning into a real, this is turning into some scene here now. So unless there's, I mean, maybe there's somebody still in the SUV, maybe in the back seat of some capacity that's doesn't want to move just because of potential injuries. Again, it's taking longer to get here because there's that broken down vehicle in the left lane, and there's also traffic all the way back to Union. So there really is no place. I think there is an entrance, I think, there at 143 to the Parkway North. So I don't know where. And we're just hanging with this in real time at this point. Extremely active scene as you do see it. This is the northbound Parkway, New Jersey, just before 145, between 144 and 145, with a two-car collision, and we've got a couple of ambulances. We've got two state troopers on scene. So I have a feeling that they're working on somebody in the either the driver of that first car or an occupant in the back seat. I believe it's the driver, quite frankly. So that may have been a state trooper, plainclothes, that was I wish that they would zoom the camera in. Wish they would zoom the camera in a little bit more for us to look at. Maybe they don't want to, out of respect for privacy. I certainly understand that. This trooper here is getting back in the Dodge Durango. Let's see where he's going to go. So it looks like maybe there was someone in the back seat or the driver. So it looks like they're coming off the Parkway here on their own, under their own power. So I'm assuming that they're going to go to the second ambulance, if not mistaken. Yeah, looks like the driver there is going to come down into this second ambulance. Doesn't look like it's anything life-threatening at this point. So he's actually getting in the ambulance. So if it was a neck injury or something like that, whatever, they would never have even let her even open the door, let her move. So now my question is there a second individual in that first vehicle? Looks like, yes, indeed, there is another individual walking. But is he carrying a child, maybe? Can't tell. The camera, the pixelation of the camera is just terrible. Kind of kicks into high gear every now and then. The refresh rate. Ah, there we go. Just kicked in. Let's see here. Looks like those folks are walking to the back of this ambulance on the left here. Here, maybe, I don't know. Yep, and it is a small child. Look at that. Looks like maybe, yeah. Trying to get into the ambulance. That looks like the door is locked. I think they have to come around the side. Okay, so hopefully everyone is okay. I think that's what they were just waiting for, to get the all clear from medical personnel. See if everyone was all right. You're watching Tri-State Traffic Show, Facebook, YouTube. We're live here. We're going to go to 9 o'clock. Just going to keep tabs on this crash here this morning. I'm going to minimize this for a moment, and we'll leave this in the smaller window. I just want to see what the traffic behind it. So here we go. Back to 78 now with problems. Let's do this. Let me see if they move the tower cam around. They have not. They don't deem it necessary to see what the volume is there. All right, so let's go back to the maps. Let's go to the crash investigation. All right, so they reopened the left lane on the overpass over Mountain Avenue on 22, so that should definitely help out traffic. No doubt about that. I'll go back to the homepage because I want to take a look at. Oh, this is interesting. Whitpen Bridge will be closed in Detroit starting at 6 a.m. tomorrow through 9 p.m. on Sunday. Hopefully they're getting closer to finishing that bridge that's been forever. Absolutely forever. So instead of 5 minutes, it's over a half hour. So it's about a half hour delay there from 78 up to 280. So if you're coming up north on the Parkway, you may want to just dodge off here at 78 and head east to the Turnpike and continue your journey further to the north via the Turnpike. I think is going to be the optimum way there instead of the Parkway, or unless you have to do business here in East Orange or over towards Bloomfield, where it's going to take you too far out of your way. But yeah, that is the major problem there in New Jersey. The rest of Jersey is good. We'll do a final sweep here. I don't see anything. 55 into 42, a little backed up, but that's about it. 347, 47, Route 9, Wildwood, Cape May, Middle Township, Beach Haven, Little Lake Harbor Township, Barnegat, Stafford is good. Good. Let's go back to the Hudson River crossings. That George Washington Bridge has just been a nightmare. Oh, we're down about a half an hour now. So we're about an hour here for the upper, about 40 for the lower, 15 apiece at the Lincoln Holland. So they're fine. Again, volume is down just a bit because of being Friday. Looks like it's going to be a fairly nice Friday, Saturday, Sunday, a little rainy. But, you know, I think getting into the new year, I think definitely Fridays are work from home deal. I think a lot of folks are using it to their advantage. Inbound Gowanus, BQE, that's a mess. Southbound BQE is heavy. Again, this is all normal stuff here. Getting out to the Williamsburg Bridge and the Brooklyn Bridge, Midtown Tunnel is about 20, about 10 here at the Ed Koch. Southbound FDR is really heavy here from the Harlem River Drive all the way down into the mid 40s or so. West on the Grand Central is heavy at the area of LaGuardia. Let's see what else we got. CBX, that's dialed out into Sheridan Boulevard. Deegan, heading south into the construction is still pretty heavy. Same thing in the southbound Bruckner and to the Bronx River Parkway. Both ways. On the Van Wyck on over towards Atlantic Avenue is busy, and both ways of the LIE is heavy here. The Cross Island, North Cross Island is crowded. Getting on up into Hillside Avenue. Then this northbound Meadowbrook, there's something. Oh, it's a crash. Have it. I'd say by about M2, M4, M3. All right, so let's go to the cameras. There are cameras there. I know it for a fact. That's a fact, Jack. Depends on which one gets it. There's your right lane blocked into the distance, and we're going to come down one just before M4, M3. There's your collision with state police on scene. Okay. That's why this is all tuned up south of the southern. That's how bad that delay is. Go with the Wantagh instead. Both ways of the southern fairly heavy 135 on over to the Meadowbrook, and then the westbound LIE is heavier than the northern just because of the earlier issues out at Lakeville Road. That's been clear, but still a lot of folks have been populating to the westbound side of the LIE. A little heavy here at Deer Park Avenue. But other than that, Suffolk County, we are in the clear all the way out to Montauk, Gardner's Island, Orient, Southold, and Greenport. Southbound in Bridgeport, 8 and 25 is heavy out to 95. And then through Stamford, really 8 through 6. That's it. Merritt Parkway is clean and green. Lower Westchester, we are good. Across the board, a little heavy here on the Hutch, heading north into Weaver Street. Even the Cross County Parkway is going to be in pretty good shape. Not that big of a deal. Tappan Zee is fine. Rockland County also going to be in good shape. Orange County, 84, Route 6. The thruway, that is going to be pretty quiet. Same thing along 84, Lake Carmel, Brewster, 684, 84, 22, 684. That is good. So, fairly moderate morning. Let's go back to our Parkway issue here. North of 144. Let's dial in the scene again. You can see big accident here this morning. North of the Parkway, just before Route 280, between 144 and 145. We've got a couple of ambulances on scene. Now it looks like the flatbed has arrived into the distance. I was hoping that maybe Turnpike Authority would zoom that camera in just a bit. There goes the one ambulance. That's leaving the scene. Now it's just the cleanup of the actual hardware of the vehicles. To contend with, I got a feeling maybe they're going to put. Oh, here we go. Now that the folks are out of the car, I think they're going to zoom this in a little bit more. So I guess they could probably put the the Jetta or whatever that is there on the flatbed, and then use the ground clearance for the SUV to tow it behind it. But ambulance there. Come on, Turnpike Authority go in on that. Let's go. It's almost like a cleanup crew here of some capacity. probably some debris as well with this. Zoom in just a little bit more. So it's still about a half an hour delay from 78 up to 280, which should take you 5 minutes. So just keep that in mind. Coming out of Clark, Cranford, Kenilworth, you want to go with 78 out to the Turnpike if you're in a big rush. If not, you could certainly sit with it. But like I said, it's about a half hour worth of a delay. That is what they're going to do is put one on the flatbed and one towed behind it to get the vehicles off of the road. Again, it looked to me like everyone should be all right with minor injuries or whatever, because they all walked out on their own power. But now comes the fun parts of trying to recover your vehicle and get that repaired with insurance and everything else. And oh my gosh, owning a vehicle at times can be just the most maddening, mind-numbing, soul-crushing thing on the planet. Especially here in New Jersey with the high car insurance, and we're on top of each other, and you got roads like the Parkway where you can't even move. And that's why sometimes it's better to go to Maxim Motor Cars and pick up one of those, 20-year-old vehicles that has like 42,000 miles, like that Buick, right? If it gets damaged or hit, well, then so be it. But, now just comes the cleanup. That first vehicle may, quite frankly, is probably drivable in some capacity. It doesn't look like there's any damage to the engine. Looks like it got hit from behind. So I think that's what truck driver is trying to do is, yeah, that's exactly what he's doing. He's moving that out of the way. So, or maybe they're just connected in some capacity to, just so he can get the equipment to get the first vehicle out of the situation there. Let's see here. Connor says, by the way, I told my friend to look at motor cars since he's looking for a new car. Absolutely, yeah. And tell him that you saw it on the Tri-State Traffic Show. Nick is a subscriber to the channel and he watches on a semi-regular basis, I think. So yeah, tell him to absolutely mention the Tri-State Traffic Show. That's where he heard about Maxim Motor Cars. Thank you, Connor, for that. Awesome. And he's going to get a good deal, and he's going to get a good vehicle too. So again, friends who are on Facebook and YouTube here, we'll kind of ride this out here until they get the vehicles off the road, and then we'll kind of wrap things up for the morning. Northbound Parkway, that's what we're looking live at here at 144 on the approach into Route 280 and 145. So the two right lanes are shut. We're well back to 78. I don't think it's going to get south of 78 because a lot of folks are just going to bail at 78 and head east to the Turnpike, which I think you should do so because it's about a half an hour heading north. Southbound is really busy out of East Orange 147. That's going to run you about 5 to 8 minutes longer there. So just keep that in mind. So now the wrecker is moving forward. Now it's moving back. Flatbed. That's what I think they're going to do is put the white vehicle on the flatbed and then tow the SUV behind it just because it has the ground clearance for the back wheels. There goes the ambulance. So that is en route to provide some more. medical assistance. And again, hopefully everyone is okay, because there was a small child in that ambulance as well as the first one too. So where they're going to head, I don't know, whether Newark Medical or I'm not sure. So hopefully our friends at the Turnpike Authority can zoom the camera in now that the occupants are off of the scene, and it's just the cleanup crew here, basically. I believe that's the flatbed coming down. And again, I'm no tow truck driver or whatever, but I am a car guy, and I would say it's probably easier to put the white vehicle on the flatbed, and again, just because the ground clearance of the SUV, have that towed because the back won't be scraping along the ground. Maybe they just took the front bumper off of the first vehicle there. That's exactly what it is. So they're going to stick that in the car. If these folks could just zoom the camera in just a little bit. Thank our friends over the Turnpike Authority doing a nice job with the camera work here. There goes that Mercedes on the right. Remember we said that that left lane was shut, so they finally got a flatbed out to clear out that. You see it again right in here, right there. So that's out of the way. Let's see here now. What did I tell you? I told you 9 o'clock, and they were just beginning to the point where they're going to take the vehicles off the road. So this has been out there for about 40 minutes or so, going north on the Parkway. About a half hour or so. You know what? As they're just doing that, let's go back to our maps here, and let's just do a quick refresh. Like I said, it's not going to get further south of 78 because people will just bail and go to 78. The other issue is that westbound 22 issue here at Mountain Avenue. We do have a lane open, so that is good news this morning. Back to the travel times. Let's see here now. Yeah, it's still about a half hour. Still about a half hour with that. That will be great. Let's see here. Still haven't got the vehicles on the flatbed, so while we're doing that, let's do a final wrap here of transit. Get that out of the way for us. Nothing here along NJ Transit. 7:58 arrival into from the main Bergen into Hoboken is late. We go to Path. We'll wait 20 minutes for the Path site to come up. Come on. Elevator, we know about that. Let's go here. MTA delays in the 6CB, 4-5 stations skipped, A&D, some reroutes. Go to the rails. Everything is good across the board. Long Island Railroad, Metro North, and we'll dial in SEPTA. That also is good. Okay, so let's go back here. We'll close out of SEPTA. We'll close out of the city page. Let's refresh the New Jersey page just in the chance of something outlier took place south of here. Still the same thing. We'll come back to our accident scene. That is still being worked on. And I wanted to just show you this, and I don't know whether this computer's got enough juice to do it. Build your Chevy. Let's see if I just don't know. Vehicles. 2024 Corvette E-Ray. That's what I want to quickly show you. If it'll design yours, I don't know. This is a graphics intensive site, and this computer is just going to give up here in a second, I think. Let's see. I'll close out of this. Close out of the camera. That'll help with some computing power. That's exactly what I needed. Look at that thing, huh? Sharp. That. So it's going to be about 655 horsepower. There is an electric motor in the front, which is going to give assist to the engine in the back, which is the mid-engine car. So it's going to have all-wheel drive, and you'll be able to, kind of tool around at low speeds for up to about 3 miles on just electric alone. So there's a stealth mode, they call it, which I think is kind of cool. All electric mode. It's kind of fun. This is an interesting color here. It's called cacti. Don't ask me where they come up with these names. And it's almost like a lime green Pinto or something like that. Like on Z100, if you're a fan of Z Morning Zoo, Mr. Leonard and the lime green Pinto. That actually doesn't look terrible, though. I will say that. It's a unique color, and I'm sure it's going to be a very niche kind of combination. But with the red seats, I think that does look pretty good. Can't go wrong with yellow. That's a sharp-looking car. Fortunately, this is probably out of the ballpark for many. Starts at 104,000, and by the time you add on some goodies and whatever, you're looking at about probably $1.25 or more. So again, this is not for everybody. No, I don't like the orange like that. Hypersonic gray. It's not terrible. Ceramic matrix gray is kind of a cool color too, because it almost has like a little of a bluish tint to it. Or you could do all red vehicle. Vehicle. Interior colors. We want to go natural dipped. Confirmed. We're confirming. I don't want to see the inside. No, I don't want to see the inside. I want to go to the exterior photographs. Photographs for the exterior. Come on now. Like I said, this computer is about ready to just melt. The site is just so graphics intensive. Back to the exterior colors. Well, we were doing okay there for a moment. For a hot second. Let's see what happens. That looks cool. That looks like a Ferrari, quite honestly. That is sharp right there, that color combo. That is sharp. Let's see what it looks like with the cacti. That's not bad either. That neutral color interior goes with pretty much everything. This is the new color for 2024, Riptide Blue, which is very much like the Elkhart Lake Blue. Red Mist Tint Coat is also another kind of cool, bit of a metallic flair to it. That's sharp looking too. That's definitely looking Ferrari-esque, and this is a new color as well, the Seawolf Gray Tri-Coat. Mixed feelings on that one. Let's see what it looks like with orange. That's not too bad. It kind of gives you a summery kind of vibe. More of a Miami, Southern California kind of car. The yellow with the tan is nice too. That's fairly sharp. Obviously, always white looks pretty good with a cream color interior. But anyway, I mean to do that all week, and we didn't get a chance to do it earlier, so we'll go back to our accident scene, unfortunately. And looks like, what did I tell you? The one vehicle here, actually the other blue vehicle Maybe it drove away. They put the white one on the flatbed. There it goes. And I got a feeling that was the case, that the blue vehicle maybe just drove out on its own power because it was just maybe the back bumper that was broken. So it looks like you're going to see this and hear this in real time here first, because this is reopening as we speak. And I'm not sure what the friends on the shoulder are doing. I don't know if they're in a cleanup crew. So let's see what the Tahoe trooper is leaving the scene. And I believe that the Durango trooper is now leaving the scene. And here goes the Parkway official as well. He or she is leaving the scene. So you have now seeing it first on the Tri-State Traffic Show. Trust me, no one's got this. All lanes are now open here on the Parkway going north into 145. Accident cleared. Don't know what the situation there is on the shoulder, but I don't think anybody's really going to stop or care what they're doing. They may just be a little bit of a cleanup crew, but again, that has just cleared. You're hearing it and seeing it first on the Tri-State Traffic Show. That is gone. See what the update is here. They were looking at the camera. They were moving it. We're going to go back to the travel times here this morning. Here. Yeah, a half hour. Solid half hour from 78 on up to 280. But other than that, everything else has settled down fairly nicely. Let's dial in the Hudson River crossings before we leave the airwaves. About 45 for the upper now, 30 for the lower, about 10 at the Lincoln and Holland. So we're in good shape there. Let's just dial in another Behr Buzz here for to send us off on a fun note here. Talking about Simon Pegg. Sit back and enjoy.
Actor Simon Pegg joins the wizarding world of Harry Potter. The Mission Impossible star is taking on the role of Phineas Nigellus Black, the great-great-grandfather of Sirius Black in the Hogwarts Legacy video game.
We saw Phineas in the books and in the films. He was a portrait in Dumbledore's office, but this is at a time when he was actually actively the headmaster.
It had already been announced that Hogwarts Legacy will take place during the 1800s. The game launches worldwide February 10th.
Fun stuff there, Kristina. Thank you. Thank you. There we go. A little extra light. Wow, I look a mess. Holy cow. Talking about dialing out for a Friday. Oofa. Anyway, what am I doing? So 9:13 is our time. So a little quick wrap on the weather from what I know. Again, the National Weather Service site was down. So today is going to be a little breezy. Temps, according to Johnny, if I remember from my 7-day, I actually took out the slides there from the earlier show on Wednesday. But temps are going to be into the, lower to mid 40s or so. Maybe a little bit above seasonable. So that's some good news. Some golden sunshine out there. So get out and enjoy from the washout and the deluge of rain and the mess from yesterday. So get out and definitely get out and walk, enjoy, get some fresh air. Tomorrow, a little bit colder, temps only about 39, 40 degrees or so, but still some sunshine, golden sunshine there. Looks like there should be no issues for the Giant game. Go Giants. All right. Go Big Blue there in Philadelphia. That's an 8:15 start on Fox, but there is one game before that. That is going to be Jacksonville at Kansas City, and I believe that starts at 3:15. I'm sorry, maybe 4:30. I'm sorry, 4:30 on CBS. That's a CBS game, and then two more games on Sunday, and that is going to be San Francisco has the late game at 6:30. As the late game, San Francisco playing, I should know. Oh, gosh. Oh, boy. Dallas. So Dallas is going to San Francisco for that game. They have the nightcap. And then the first game, I believe that one's at 3 o'clock. And that is going to be the second matchup in the AFC, which is probably the best game, one of the best games other than the Philadelphia Eagles and Giants game, is that it's the Bills and Bengals. So they're actually going to kind of play that game, with DeMar Hamlin and the serious injuries that he was injured in. They canceled that game. So now this is the game to get into the AFC Championship game. Now, if Kansas City wins, and I believe if either the Bengals, one of the two is going to win, I don't think Kansas City has the home game for it. I think it's going to, I think it's if the Bills win. I don't think it has anything to do with Cincinnati. So if the Bills win and Kansas City wins and they meet in the AFC Championship game, it will not be held in Kansas City. It's going to be in Atlanta in the Superdome. So it's at a neutral site because of the situation with canceling that game. That Buffalo and also Cincinnati still had a shot. No, I think it was really Buffalo had a shot at the number 1 seed for the bye. So they are going to play that at a neutral site. But if it's the Bengals, I believe they will go to Kansas City. And if the Giants are on the road the rest of the time because they're the lowest seed. They're the lowest seed going. So if Giants win, they are going either to San Francisco or Dallas. If the Eagles win, Dallas or San Francisco is coming to Philly. So that's just how that's going to play out. Connor says, "Go Big Blue." Yeah. Again, I'm a big Jets fan, but I'm certainly not one hater on the Giants of any capacity. I'm not one of those kind of fans. And Eagles need to flock their wings. Okay. So we should see a definitely a good game coming up. And I think the Giants are going to win. And I think it's just because they have nothing to lose. Nobody expected them to get this far. And they're just going to, as they say, leave it all out on the field. So, and sometimes those are the toughest teams to beat, regardless. We pretty much have the AFC. And that's the same thing goes for Jacksonville too. That they're the 6th seed. So Jacksonville, nobody expected anything out of Trevor Lawrence and Jacksonville whatsoever against the Chargers. So, and he brought them back from 27 down. So again, maybe that's an outlier. Who knows? But going to Kansas City is a different story playing in Kansas City. But hey, look, I mean, no one expected Jacksonville to get this far at all. So, we'll see how it rolls. What an interesting matchup in the Super Bowl that would be, right? If it was the Giants and Jacksonville. Granted, I don't know. I mean, that would be the New York market. Certainly, that's what the NFL would like to see. But could be some interesting matchups. You could have Kansas City and Dallas. That wouldn't be a terrible situation, or Kansas City and San Francisco, or you could have the Bills and the Giants. That would be something into an all New York Super Bowl, right? Or it'd be Cincinnati and the 49ers. So there's a lot of matchups there that could, it's going to be a fun weekend. Fun weekend here. All right. And speaking of the weekend, have a fantastic Friday, friends. Drive safely. Want to thank Connor, Alexandra, Anna, and everyone else joining us on the replays. Again, the replays seem to have picked up in intensity, which is great. We picked up subscriber 127, so thank you to whoever that may be. Definitely subscribe to the YouTube channel and the Facebook page. Definitely the YouTube channel helps John and myself here in the Traffic Center Weather Center. Help us out to keep the lights on here, so to say, for the big broadcasts. And again, have a fantastic Friday. Drive safely. Have a great weekend. Also want to thank Kristina for the Behr Buzz. We'll try to figure out when to get her on to the show as well, to kind of talk to us a little bit about some entertainment stuff. Maybe a little live read, right? But just trying to put together the schedule is kind of going to be a bit of a challenge. So we'll figure something out. And again, thanks to all of our sponsors as well. Cranford Mill Bean Creamery, Maxim Motor Cars. And again, Connor, make sure you tell him to mention that he saw it on the Tri-State Traffic Show. Shaved Cave, as well as Travels with Darlene. Again, episode 3 of season 10 airs on New Jersey PBS at 2:30 on Sunday. So you can watch Travels with Darley, then go right into the NFL today, and then you have an entire afternoon of football after you watch Travels with Darley, right? All right, friends. I think that's going to do it here. Once again, have a fantastic Friday, a great weekend, and we'll see you back here on Wednesday.